So welcome to Mallorca in September. Now, September is a fantastic month to visit the island. It means that children are returning to school and many residents as well are having to return to work too. It also means that in theory the island is a little less busy, and also those really high temperatures that we have experienced during July and August may just ease slightly to make visiting, well, just a little bit more pleasant. So in this video I'm going to run through exactly what the island is like. I'm going to give you an idea as well of what kind of events that we have on as well, and what you can see and do on the island during September. So firstly, is Mallorca going to be busy in September? Well, I think it will be, and looking back to last year, it was very busy on the island. Now, in theory, it should be a lot less busy because of course kids are going to be going back to school, but from memory I remember that we had still a lot of families over here with children taking advantage of a very late summer break. Now also, as you would have seen in my August videos, you would have seen that maybe some of the resorts weren't quite as busy in August as I thought they may well have been, and this may well have been due to the very high cost of August summer holiday. So if you haven't quite yet booked your September holiday yet, check out some last minute deals. I will put a link in the description text below as well, so you can check out some late deals and see if you can grab yourself a bargain to try and make the most of summer while it lasts. Now, if you are looking to tie in your holiday with the return of the school holidays over here in Mallorca, well, the international schools return to school around the 7th of September. The public schools will be going back in mass in around the 11th of September. So the main resort beaches are going to be a lot emptier during the day. When school comes out, of course, you're going to find lots of kids returning to the beach after school. It's one of the benefits of living here, I have to say. But if you are looking to come over, then maybe you want to look at booking for after the 11th of September to enjoy a slightly quieter experience in the resorts. Now, you can see I'm over here in Peguera today. It won't be, I hope, as busy in September as it is extremely busy over here on the August day that I am filming, and it's also likely to be a little bit cooler as well. So what is the weather going to be like over here in September? Well, hopefully these really high temperatures that we've experienced during July and August will go down slightly. We normally get highs of around 28-29 degrees during September, but it could be a lot warmer earlier on in the month. It could cool down towards the end of September too. But what is likely to happen during the month of September is that summer is going to break, and it's going to break spectacularly in the form of a really huge thunderstorm. Now, this happens every single year. We normally get a really dramatic, loud banging and crashing thunderstorm at some point during the month. It will mean that you will not obviously be able to go to the beach for a few hours, but hopefully this will take place during the evening. But normally these thunderstorms are very short-lived, and you often see visitors back on the beach just a few hours later. So this is an idea of what the weather is going to be like in Mallorca in September. It's nothing too much to worry about. If you get to experience a thunderstorm, well, in my opinion, that's going to be one of the highlights of your holiday. Now, what can we expect in terms of sunrise and sunset times in September? Well, the sun will be rising at around 7:15 at the beginning of September. That's going to get slightly later as we make our way through the month. The sunset in early September is going to be around 8:15, so it's going to be a lot earlier than you're going to find in July and August, but that means that you can go and enjoy the sunset and then go out for a really lovely meal. Now, I still suspect that the restaurants in the resorts are going to be very busy over here, especially if a lot of visitors are leaving their summer holiday until the month of September. So if it is busy, I still recommend getting those restaurant tables booked, especially if you want to eat somewhere in particular, or you do have a favourite restaurant that you want to try. Make sure you get those bookings. Okay, so I've just taken a walk over here to Playa Gran Torre in Peguera for the rest of this video. Now, what can you expect from a great day out in September? Well, if you're coming over in September, I still recommend really going on the boat trips as well, because, well, the sea will have warmed up throughout the summer months. The sea temperature is going to be really warm, and I can assure you now it is literally like a bath. So there are plenty of boat trips to do on the island. I'll put some suggestions of my favourite boat trips in the description text below as well. Plus, there are plenty of boat trips as well to find on my website on MallorcaUnderTheSun.com, and just check in the experiences tab too, where you're going to find lots of recommendations. Now, if you are taking a boat trip, well, I can just see the Cormorant cruise leaving from over here in Peguera. I do actually sell those tickets for this particular cruise, so check out the link in the description text below. But if you are getting a boat trip, just make sure you turn up on time as well. I can see people running here to get the boat trip. Now, these boats don't always refund your money, and they don't book you onto another trip if you do miss it. So if you do have tickets, make sure that you get on that boat in good time. Also, during September, it's going to be maybe a little bit more pleasant to go and visit some of the old towns such as Soller, Valldemossa and Deia. Now, I still suspect that these old towns are going to be extremely busy to visit because, well, these are tourism hotspots, and regardless of whether children go back to school or everyone's returning back to work, we're still going to get literally thousands of tourists pouring through these old towns day after day. So, as I've recommended in the past, make sure if you're going to get there early. Now, if these high temperatures do continue, and I do suspect that they will do, I just feel that hiking and cycling is going to be just a little bit too hot to do in September. If you are still planning your Mallorca holiday, then if you're hoping to come hiking on the island, maybe leave that trip until October, because once again, you're going to have a much more pleasant experience if those temperatures are, well, just a lot cooler. Okay, so what can you expect in terms of fiestas over here in September in Mallorca? Well, hands down, the #1 festival for you to enjoy is going to be the Sant Jaume festival taking place in Santa Ponsa. Now, this, in my opinion, is just one of the best festivals of the year, especially if you're over here on the holiday. I mean, it's going to be such a treat because not only will there be a market, there are going to be traditional parades. You're going to find the Moors and Christians mock battle taking place on the beach. You're going to also find a corre foc as well, which is a fire run too. Now, I'm going to make a link to that video right at the end of this video so you can check that out. But if you are coming over and you're looking for a resort to visit during September, particularly early September, then I do recommend visiting Santa Ponsa because, well, the atmosphere is just incredible over there at this time of year. Now, if you want the ultimate local experience, the ultimate local fiesta, then I do recommend trying the Festas de Verma, which is held over in Binissalem in the centre of the island, which is a huge grape growing area. It's a great place to go if you love your wine, but during this time it's to celebrate the harvest, the grape harvest, and they have a number of celebrations taking place as all the vineyards in the area will be getting the final grapes in for the season. Now, you can expect music and entertainment. You may also get a fire run over there as well. There could be some grape throwing, some grape crushing as well, but there's normally a programme that the town hall will put out nearer the time. I shall put a link to that in my article on my website if this is something that you're interested in going to as soon as I have that information. But this could be something really fantastic to consider if you're coming over here on holiday. Okay everyone, I hope this video has proved useful if you are planning a holiday to Mallorca during the month of September. Now, don't forget, I've got plenty more information and I've got an article on my website on MallorcaUnderTheSun.com, so do go ahead and check that out. If you want to find out more about budgeting for your Mallorca holiday, then check out this video appearing on YouTube here. If you want to see what that fire run is like over in Santa Ponsa for the Sant Jaume festivals, then check out this video appearing on YouTube just here. Don't forget, you can also find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun. Consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'm going to have some more guides coming out from these areas very soon. Thanks very much for watching everyone, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.